one, and then KD just
big Joker. The fuck,
he just poured him on. Yeah, Joker. You see Joker? Yeah, man. We bite. We back. Let's get into
these. Hey, check this out. I got a little announcement.
What's up, man? What's up?
From this episode on.
What's up?
For the first person that comments about a topic that we talk about in the episode, the first person that comments, I'm going to cash app you 20 cash.
Hey.
Let's get it.
All right.
Burner.
Who knows? Who knows? The second person might get a second 20. Not who knows, you know. Let's get them comments going. Second person get another 20.
I tell you what, third person, you ain't getting a 20, but you're gonna get a 10 from me. How about that?
I'll tell you a little song.
All right. So we are here, peoples. Talk Your Ish, episode 12. We keep going, we keep going, we keep going. So I ain't got no intro today, but I do have my peoples here. I'll let them do their own intros. Khalil, what's going on, man? Looking fresh and clean over there, man. How you living?
Man? Ready to pod, watching the Suns game right now. Might be trying to bring out the brooms, you know. But
sweet.
Been looking good.
Good. And over here representing the East Coast, we got Skins. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the best mood. I'm over here burning sage. I'm praying, you know what I'm saying, that my boy get back to his best spirits and drop another 30.
Hey, you blowing the sage that Kyrie forgot to burn.
Nah. See what had happened was somebody must have burned some Palo Seco while he was burning the sage, and it offset.
Hey, I'm gonna say one thing. You was clowning AD. Kyrie got the same type of injury track record. Just saying. So, praise up, but don't act like that nigga's Iron Man over there. That's all I'm saying.
It's just a sprain. I you know what I'm saying? I give him game 5 and game 6, and then he'll be back game 7.
Okay. And then my other West Coast brother over here, DJ, representing that Bay. How you doing, man?
Good, brother. I am good. I'm good. It's been a great sports weekend.
Yeah.
To talk about. Just ready to get into it. You know, look like the super teams is going down, so I couldn't be happier.
All right, so let's jump into it. Our specialty is basketball. Gentlemen, the playoffs. Listen, we got the Suns and the Nuggets game going on right now, so we can't predict. Could be a sweep, who knows? But as of now, we got Sixers in the lead with the Hawks. Bucks and Nets are tied 2 apiece. Jazz and Clippers. Utah is up. What's up?
I said that's small things. Yeah, we tied up. That's small things.
Okay. Jazz and Clippers. Utah is up by 1, so it's pretty much 2-1. At this point,
that's tied now, ain't it? That's tied.
What
is it tied now?
What's tied?
Clippers and Jazz.
Clippers and Jazz.
It's 2-1 right now.
Oh, I'm tripping. My bad.
Okay. Man, you had me looking at my stuff like I was wrong.
Hey, my bad.
So with all the games that just been happening for the past week, you guys, what's your takeaway, especially with the game today?
Well, Joker just got ejected, so that game is over.
They gave him a 2?
Yeah, they got him the fuck out of JaVale McGee getting into the game. I ain't see this nigga play all series.
Pull out your swivel. Your swivel sweeper.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, Khalil.
First of all, you get swept having the NBA MVP, and you get swept at home.
Nah, I can't even hold y'all.
No, can't even.
You can't. The refs can't. You can't eject him in game 4. Like, you give him a flagrant 1 and keep going, bro. You don't eject him in game 4. He still hit the ball. Like,
yeah.
You don't eject him in game 4. This is game 4, and it's not like the game is over. They down what 6, 7? You don't eject him in game 4. That's cold. That's a cold way to go out. That's a cold way to go out. That reminded me of a little suspension I know about in 2016, but whatever.
So I tell you what, the one thing I wanted to talk about, which is pretty much hot off the press, Skins, Kyrie, man, prayers, man. But what happened? What happened, man? They wasn't looking.
You know
it wasn't looking good.
It happens. It happens in you know what I'm saying, the sport they play. You land wrong. You know what I'm saying, sometimes you hope to land on your feet, but sometimes you land on your ankle. You know?
Ooh.
So, you know, it looked, I would say it looked worse than I want to say the injury actually is.
Yeah.
Because I've done that before. I've landed that way and it wasn't that bad. It might have been, you know what I'm saying, a week, you know what I'm saying, if that, you know what I'm saying, not being able to do certain things. And I'm not an NBA player, so you know what I'm saying, I'm not as athletic as them, where their body would probably recover twice as fast as mine.
Right. And they're saying now, showing signs of it being negative on the MRI, yeah. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah, no,
Question is,
look like he can be all right.
Man.
Question is though, will he be up and ready for the next game?
My thing is, where the fucking joke?
All I know is,
nah.
If it was LeBron, that MRI would have been positive. You know what I'm saying? He would have been out for the next 4 games. The Lakers would have lost.
Go ahead, Khalil. Go ahead.
That shit's whack.
It would have been a whole 30-minute commercial because he would have been on the floor that long.
See, this is the same shit that I was talking about in round 1 when we played the Suns. Chris Paul get hurt. Oh, his prayers. Oh my God, I hope he gets well. AD gets hurt. It's all these jokes and all these fucking memes. We're just saying love for Kyrie. Kyrie has the same injury track record as AD, as not being available. He missed the whole season with the Celtics, missed their whole playoff run, which they did better without him. He missed the finals.
AD ain't putting up 30 every game.
In 2015.
Or at least 25 every game.
But I'm just saying, where are the jokes, where are the memes at now? Now that it's happening to the Nets, everybody, oh my God, because we all wanted them to win and we all wanted the Nets to dominate the league. And now
Kyrie is the god.
All the bet otters are looking a little funny in the light. Now everybody want to fucking sympathy.
I just want to say
like that. That's whack.
Glenn Big Baby Davis, you could suck my dick.
Cornball. Fucking cornball.
Yeah, that was, I ain't gonna lie, that was some weirdo stuff, man. You don't.
Nah, that ain't no weirdo shit. That's hater shit, nigga. You tight, salty, nigga.
Big Baby just trying to get back in the spotlight. This is the most we talked about this nigga in years. So
I don't know what he on right now.
You care that much about a leprechaun?
Right,
a racist leprechaun too. That is the most racist logo in the league, and this nigga,
come on,
sucking and jiving for that shit.
All right, I guess it's my turn. So here we go. This is all about Kevin Durant.
Legacy's on the line.
I want Kyrie to come back because I want everybody to be fully healthy. But, hey, if he can't come back, Kevin.
No passes. No passes.
Kevin, ball spot having in the middle of the head, Durant. Your legacy, my friend, is on that dotted line. Let's keep it real. He didn't have to lead in OKC.
Yes, he did.
No, exactly, and they didn't get nowhere.
He did have to lead,
but they didn't do it.
Listen, he didn't lead properly.
Right. Okay. Right. You showed you couldn't lead in OKC. You ran to the Warriors. Still didn't have to be a leader. That was Curry's and Draymond's team as far as leadership. You was hurt the first year you went to Brooklyn. Didn't have to be a leader. You was a voice leader on the sideline in street clothes. And this year, you was getting bailed out by not having to be a leader because James Harden came over and took over, clearly took over leadership of that team.
If you ask me, James Harden and Kyrie kind of handled the regular season.
They did.
Absolutely.
This nigga took most of the season off.
Yeah. Hey, just let's pile it all on because I say all that.
It's just really been KD in the postseason.
Right.
And if you ask me, you haven't been doing anything that I can sit there and say, oh, we definitely needed you. We didn't need you.
In my opinion, did not need. But my point is, this is his first. This is Kevin Durant's first opportunity. Hold on, this is his first opportunity
over KD. On the Nets.
Stop.
On the Nets.
Stop.
So listen.
On the Nets.
Listen. This is Kevin Durant's first opportunity since 2014, I believe, when Russell Westbrook got hurt for a whole year with an ACL, to show that he can lead a team on his own. Kevin Durant wants to be LeBron James so bad. He wants to be on the LeBron James plateau. He wants to be considered one of the greatest ever when he's done. This is his opportunity to go show it, because this is with LeBron James. This was Steph Curry. Even James Harden had to deal with this on his own in Houston. This is what all of the greats has really had to deal with, besides Kevin Durant. It's put up or shut up time. Even if Kyrie come back, him and Harden, they clearly both not about to be 100%. Like neither one, especially this series, neither one of them is going to be 100% again the rest of this series. Kevin Durant is the only one that's quote unquote healthy. You got to lead them boys. Show us you can do it. If not, I don't want to hear Kevin Durant on Curry and LeBron level ever again. Period. I know a lot of people like, oh, just LeBron. No, Curry is on that level too. I don't want to hear Kevin Durant on that level ever again. If he can't do it, this proves that yes, Kevin Durant is one of the greatest scorers of all time, one of the most gifted scorers of all time, but he is not on the level with the greats of this era. He's just another great player that needs another number one with him in order to be successful. If he can't do it.
Now hold on. Now hold on, DJ. As much as I enjoy your takes, let's take a step back. This is off of one game. Yeah, it's a highly profiled game that really wouldn't make the difference. But just off one game, let's wait till the series is over.
No. I'm not saying make that claim. I'm not saying the one game. I'm saying him being able to get it done the rest of the series is going to determine all that. Yeah. Not the next game. I mean the rest of this series and the playoffs moving forward. Like, can he lead? Let's show us you can lead. Show us the team is better when they do everything around you.
We already.
I think Kyrie getting hurt proved my point.
You said Kyrie being hurt?
Yeah, Kyrie's is as important as the other two.
I'm not saying.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all no, because y'all tried to low totem pole him. Y'all tried to say, oh, he's the lowest one on the totem pole, and I tried to explain to y'all the way he scores. He's equal, even though it don't seem like he's equal. They don't win the game without Kyrie, without the other. So Kyrie without Harden or Kyrie without Kevin Durant, they don't win that game.
Yes.
And how many games have we seen Harden and KD win by themselves?
I've seen Harden win a lot of games by himself. He was.
No, I'm talking about just Harden and KD.
But Harden hasn't really had that many opportunities to play with
exactly.
KD.
You know what I'm saying? We haven't. No, what I'm saying is we haven't seen that, and we in the playoffs right now. So we don't even know how that might play out. You know what I'm saying? They might not even play well together in the playoffs.
But when Kyrie took that little break during the season, we've seen them play together and they were dominating. It don't really matter. As long as two of them on the court, they're gonna dominate. Like, I think it's all interchangeable. Like, it don't matter if it's KD, Kyrie, James Harden, Kyrie. However you got to switch up that little duo.
I will say this.
Two of them.
I still think Kyrie's the nucleus. Just like I said in the Discord, no Kyrie, no ring.
I think just any two is the nucleus. Just
any two. I don't think it really matters which two.
Because I don't think Harden is healthy enough.
I mean, if you're going based on that, then you might be right.
Oh yeah, off that,
yeah. That's why I say Kyrie's the nucleus.
Oh, now listen. So you speaking in just reality of the entire situation. So yes,
exactly.
No. Yes. So the way that it's set up right now, Kyrie is definitely going to be the nucleus because Harden and KD. I don't think Harden is healthy enough. You're right. I think his hamstring can't really go through what it needs to go through in order for him to be like.
Put it like this: you see how the Suns running up and down the court right now? Mm-hmm. The Nets can't handle that.
No, not at all. Not at all. Especially Harden. They're gonna need Kyrie to get it done. My thing is, though, I just want to see Kevin Durant lead. Can he do that? Can he show that he can do that? That's all. And we're gonna find out in the coming weeks.
My thing is, like, all these sports analysts, they were saying Bron legacy is on the line. Then it needs to be the same conversation about KD. His legacy on the line. He got to show us. every
Same
opportunity
with
Agreed.
he
Giannis.
had to
Same with
lead.
Giannis.
I
It was
agree with
like,
that.
And I do
definitely
remember years back when Russell Westbrook got hurt, and he got hurt in the playoffs, and KD went out sad as fuck that year in the playoffs, and he didn't look too good. And so he gotta show me something.
Well-
He's all world, all talent, but he's going against another superstar in Giannis, and he got the perfect opportunity to put up and shut up and like, yo, I'm KD, like I'm that nigga. Like I don't need
I
all
put
these
like
help
this.
because why
As far
we never
as
seen
far
a
as
player
his
this great
legacy,
have that many luxuries as KD has. If you really think about it, KD's played with Westbrook
Facts.
for fucking 8 years. He went to Golden State and went to a team that didn't really need him. Like he just was pretty much like the ultimate cheat code that we never seen in the NBA. And then
it was a luxury.
and look at the luxuries he got now. You got Kyrie and fucking James Harden. Like just KD should
Yeah,
be
I mean when you strip it down, Bear, and analyze the entire situation, I don't know another superstar aside maybe from LeBron James that's had the talent around him like Kevin Durant.
that's
Yeah.
what made me think. As far as his legacy, he got a lot of asterisks on it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's I wouldn't really put him on that echelon of like a Steph
Players.
Curry and a LeBron
Yeah,
James.
I think if you rank it by
But
skill,
I'm saying this is a good
They commanded their
opportunity.
teams to victory.
But this is a good
I can't
opportunity
say
for him.
KD commanded his team or any team he's ever been on to a
Right.
victory. To victory.
That's what I'm saying. This is a good opportunity for him to go show it right now.
All right, so let me jump into a different series, you guys. Jazz and Clippers. Jazz is holding on, which is good, but this week something just annoyed me, and I know DJ, you have to seen it too. Stephen A. saying Donovan Mitchell is the best Jazz player
Yeah, bro.
ever.
yeah,
Hey, Stephen A. just be getting up there saying
Karl
anything.
Malone, who? Like,
Come on,
Don Stockton, who?
Honestly, you want to know what I thought of when he said that? You really want to know what I thought when he said that? Like, bro, Donovan Mitchell not even a greater Jazz than Darren Williams.
I was just about to ask,
Like,
is he better than Darren Williams? Has he had a better career than Darren Williams so far?
You ain't even really
Right.
did nothing
Yeah,
better than
absolutely.
Darren Williams. To say right now he's the best Utah, like, what are you talking about?
I mean, this is be talking to just be talking. Like, he
I
get paid to say shit.
Don't
Talk
get me
your ish,
wrong.
skin. Talk your ish.
Let's be for real. Like, I understand what he's trying to say.
No, I don't understand.
No. Let me just say.
He's speaking foreign language. I don't know.
I'm gonna try to cut him some slack. He's trying to say. I think he's trying to say Donovan Mitchell is like the most athletic, maybe the best superstar individually, talent wise, that they ever had. That don't mean you just the best Utah Jazz player, because you still gotta go put the success in, the hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. Yeah, your talent may warrant that you may come out to be the best Utah Jazz player ever, right? That remains to be seen. But come on, fam. Even though Karl Malone is a nasty old man, that man.
That was
I put like this: regardless of Karl Malone, John Stockton,
Jeff Hornacek.
Thank you.
It's John Stockton alone smoked Donovan Mitchell.
Carlos Boozer. You're not over Carlos Boozer yet. Like, you haven't really done it
on the Jazz as a whole. Yeah, maybe on
Carlos,
the Jazz.
That's when Carlos Boozer got his buckets when he was on the Jazz.
And that's just one of those things that they know that's gonna get clickbait and get a lot of angry Utah fans commenting on it, and clicking on it, and talking shit.
Another thing, it looks like they can tell. Don't be surprised if this upcoming week the media say some crazy stuff about the Suns. Because like you just said, Khalil, that's just a way to get the Utah fans upset and get them engaged. It looks like that they realize it's going to be Phoenix and Utah, so they need to try to, get them fans engaged somehow. And that was a good way to wake everybody in Utah up. Like, wait, what did he just say? You know what I'm saying?
Now everybody's making those lists of like the top players 25 and under and shit. Now they're trying to.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, damn, I thought we should have did one of those lists. But I mean, it's everybody kind of got the same list anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Stephen A. tripping, and I just think the media is starting to become outraged between Nick Wright, Skip Bayless, Stephen A. and Max Kellerman. They're just going on TV saying the most outlandish things, man. They just say this. Like I want to say what you had said, Khalil, the other day. Skip said that Clippers comeback was the greatest comeback of all time.
That was the greatest in NBA history. Them coming back.
Clout chase era. The clout chase era.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's all it is. And we got to stop.
Do anything for clout.
I know we don't, but like other people, like the world got to stop taking what they hear from them shows and just be like, oh man, because like they do that shit on purpose. Bro.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Okay. As Stephen A. As he would say, he may not or he may see this, but if he do, stay off the weed.
Duh. I did want to point something out in case you guys cared. Did anyone pay attention to Drake going to LeBron's son's basketball game?
Yeah,
like a Drake board,
arguing
with the ref. Like
not the fucking album, Drake.
He contributed to the league in some financial way.
I gotta
look, Drake board, man.
Why you call traveling on Ronnie? I don't understand why you call. He wasn't even traveling.
After y'all get
what's the hot take?
I got a hot take. I need to talk my ish, man. It's time to call the real on LeBron's son, man.
You don't think that nice? I don't watch high school ball, so I don't really.
He just don't got it. Like
I don't even care. I don't care. He's not on my radar right now. I don't care.
No disrespect. It's no disrespect to him as a player. He's just when you take him and the guys in his class, you just really not that good. But you get all the exposure because of who your dad is. Like one, you don't start. You score like 3-4 points a game. No, you don't start.
Not only that,
and they lost the game.
I think because his dad is currently active, he don't get the necessary mentoring and tutelage that he's.
That's true.
You see, like LaMelo Ball and
because let me tell you,
listen. I'm telling you. Think about one.
He's not getting it from his dad. Yes, he's not getting it from
the best trainers.
Right, but he's the best trainers and the best.
So y'all name me one NBA star, alleged son, that's doing good in the league right now, and he was active in his life while he was an active player.
Steph Curry.
I mean, that's hard to say.
Exactly. Most of them was retired by the time they sons started.
Most sons don't really
like think about Hardaway.
But not everybody is LeBron and play for 20 years. Not everybody is LeBron and play for 20 years.
You don't have to play for 20 years. He decides to. He wants to because he wants to play in the league with his son.
Man, I think that's what he is. I don't think even if Bron was able to be around and train him himself, he would be any better than what he is right now. Like, you're not gonna make if you got the talent, you got the talent. Like D Wade's son ain't the nicest, and D Wade's you know what I mean. D Wade's been.
I don't think he got the same love for the game that his dad had, and I think that's gonna drive LeBron crazy. Like, it's just so many other things for him to do. Like, he's a rich kid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. That's the sign of the times. That lets you know. There's so much things.
But it's the same thing with
he's not gonna have the same love for basketball like you did because he grew up with way more options than you did.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's just a different era. I made the same thing with Michael Jordan's son. Like, look at what he turned out to be.
Facts.
But see, the difference is, I think Michael Jordan's sons did have the love because if you go look at their high school ball, I spend enormous amounts of time.
But they didn't live up to.
But they tried. They tried.
But
they tried their hardest.
Also, at the end of the day, is also knowing in the back of your mind that you will also be chasing. You will always be chasing your father's glory and legendary status. So, do I want to spend the rest of my life trying to chase him and trying to outdo him, or do I just want to live my life?
Especially with that pressure of not failing, like you look at your dad, who's considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time. You see what he had to go through. So if you just barely starting off and you failing, like you can't live up to that.
And I put it like this: failing is not living up to the legend. So
Yeah.
the fact that you would have to live up to the shit that your father did, and he did something that was like not
nobody
even
else
human.
did.
It's not
Right.
human like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to be not human to even surpass your father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Just
mean,
off the humble.
So let me finish the hot take though. LeBron James Jr. Unfortunately, and I don't mean to put. I'm not really putting this on no high school kid. I hope he turns out to be greater than his dad. But right now, I'm gonna say this. I don't think he's ever gonna be better than a role player in the NBA if he makes the NBA. First of all, I think he's gonna get in the NBA off connections. I don't think he's gonna really earn a spot into the NBA, and he ain't gonna be better than a role player. Torrey Craig at best. Jay Crowder at best. That's who he's gonna be. A 6'8", 6'7" athletic wing that can shoot a little bit. That's gonna keep a job, but he ain't never gonna be a star. I hope I'm wrong. That's just what I'm seeing.
I will say I will see a lot of people trying to check him as soon as he get on that court. Like remember how people did Lonzo when he got on the court. Pat Beverly was all up on him. That type of energy.
If you watch his high school games, bro, they already do it. Like he just came back from his injury, his that game he just had. But if you're going back to last year and years before, they already do that because you know how players look at it. Oh, this is LeBron's son. This is my time to shine, to show you ain't got nothing on me, and your dad is LeBron, and you ain't got nothing on me. So dudes already go at him. I think his own teammates go at him, just for because think about if you're the guy who starts over LeBron's son. That's when scouts come see LeBron's son, they want to know why he's not starting. Why is he not starting? Okay, this other kid. Well, who is this other kid if he start over LeBron's son? You know what I'm saying? So
you know who was supposed to play ball but said fuck it? Magic Johnson's son.
Oh, hey man, next topic.
Hey.
Next topic.
Oh my bad.
What you got? What's up?
I wanted to get into that Portland Jason Kidd situation and the Kevin Durant personal security running onto the court.
Oh yeah. He'd
okay.
already been suspended. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in my opinion, he did his job. Like he didn't do his job.
He did his job a little too well.
I agree with Khalil. He did his job a little too well.
I'm gonna say this.
But he did his job.
If I was I wish PJ Tucker would have turned around and realized who it was and gave him a quick hot sauce 2-piece. Just so that security guard would have learned. Don't you ever
The security guard that's probably ex-military.
Right.
What are you
talking about? Beat the shit out of PJ Tucker. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie, dude.
Hey,
Kevin Durant soft though.
PJ Tucker would have had a whole lawsuit and 2 black eyes on his hand.
Hey, one thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna shoot KD some belt. The refs gotta look in the way that PJ Tucker is guarding KD. That shit is not legal basketball. What the fuck PJ Tucker been doing to KD? Nah, bro. The way he guarded him, like
it's playoff.
Man looked at KD like they was in prison. Yeah. Like they was playing prison basketball.
He did.
That's how PJ playing. Nah, bro. That ain't basketball.
Like, I'm gonna shank you, my G. Who you talking about? I ain't foul you.
I love it. Let him play. I think they should do this during the regular season. Let them play. Let them play, man. Like everything can't be a foul.
You say let them play until they go somewhere else.
I mean, they're not gonna.
And then it's malice in the palace.
They're not gonna fight. Yeah. KD ain't even built like that. KD ain't built like that.
I ain't say it's KD. It could be other people on the team.
But yeah, I was gonna see how y'all felt about that being his personal security. I thought that was a little odd. But then the Jason Kidd removing his name from Portland coaching list, I thought that was interesting, and I wanted to bring that up because I think that's a tactic. I do think he wants to coach. I think the Lakers came to him and said, "Hey, obviously this is all hypothetical, but I'm trying to figure out reasons why a guy like Jason Kidd who wants to be a coach would deny coaching a superstar like Damian Lillard." You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to think of ways, and I think that the Lakers came to him like, "Yo, we'll give you this head coaching job if you deny that, and then try to get Dame to you. Clearly, Damian Lillard wants you to be his head coach. So let's try to get Dame to LA. We'll give you Frank Vogel's job. It may be at the beginning of next season.
Or
probably can't do it in the off season.
He might have, you know what I'm saying, info that Damian Lillard is leaving Portland, but he's headed to a team that he can't coach.
But even if you had that intel, Damian Lillard came out and requested Jason Kidd. So even with having that information, Damian Lillard was going to give Jason Kidd an opportunity to come be the coach before he made any exit out the door. So I'm just saying, for Jason Kidd to say no, maybe you're right. He has intel that if he can't be happy in Portland, that he's ready to go and he's willing to walk away this summer if he can't get what he wants in Portland. So why not, as Jason Kidd, help with making that situation more uncomfortable by saying no, and then, you know what I'm saying, helping him
Ask
be
yourself
more.
this honest question: if you're Damian Lillard, do you think Jason Kidd is all you need to make the difference in Portland?
Absolutely not. Not in Portland.
Right. So when you ask yourself that question and you realize, okay, I need more than Jason Kidd, you're not going to sit there and sit at Portland just for Jason Kidd.
No, you're not just going to sit there.
Exactly. So, like I said, he's probably weighing his options, and somebody probably gave him a better option to where Jason Kidd understands, look, Dame is going to go with that, and I need to do what I need to do for myself. Because I can't bank on just Damian Lillard saying he wants me to come to Portland. He wants me to coach him.
Well, it's also and it's also rumored that Jason Kidd could be connected to Boston. So that leaves a question: if y'all was a coach right now, would y'all want to coach
nasty
Dame and CJ, or would you want to coach Tatum and Brown?
Jason Kidd in Boston is nasty.
That's
nasty, and that's a betrayal to the Nets.
It's a betrayal to the Nets. I think it.
I agree. I agree.
It'll help.
It is, but he does not care about that shit.
I think that'll help. That'll help Boston.
Do like Jason Kidd.
That'll help Boston. That'll help Boston out a lot. If you got Jason Tatum, that type of coach.
Yo, a lot of people forget.
I don't know, but
Jason Kidd used to play for the Mavericks.
Yeah, he won a ring over there.
Wait, Jason Kidd?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he won a ring. He was on that. He was on that team that won the ring.
Okay. I'm about to say you made it. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about when he first came through the building.
That's what I was thinking
as a rookie.
No,
yeah.
When him and Grant Hill,
finals on the net.
They won Rookie of the Year together.
Mm-hmm. Him and Hill.
Yeah. Jason Kidd, that dude though. My nigga he went to 2 finals on the Nets, carrying them niggas.
Yeah, I remember that whole little run between, you know what I'm saying, Kerry
Kittle,
and Jason Kidd,
Keith Van Horn,
Kerry Kittle with the long socks. I remember.
They had a squad though. Keith Van Horn, Kenyon Martin.
Yeah.
Richard Jefferson.
Yeah.
I saw Richard Jefferson had them bunnies.
Yeah, I just thought that was interesting for Jason Kidd to remove his name. That's all.
Okay.
We can get to our football segments.
It's just pretty much one real quick. Just wanted to get your guys' reaction. It's been put out all over last week about Russell Wilson. Technically said he always wanted to stay in Seattle and play for them, despite everything that went on last season. So I'm all right. I already see the reaction. I already see
him out of here.
They probably renegotiated a deal, and he's probably about to get some extra money or some shit. And yeah, that's cap though. Because why is he now saying this when all the trade rumors was going around? This nigga was quiet, and he ain't say he could have been out and deaded all the rumors. Hey, I don't want to get traded. I don't know what's going on. Blah blah. Like, so it's cap. You know what I mean? They probably worked something out. He got some type of incentive or some shit. Got some type of promises, and now he's trying to save face of the organization. But those rumors ain't getting out that you want to get traded.
He surveyed the field and realized a lot of these teams think you over the hill as far as your career. So without,
I wouldn't say that.
I will
just say no.
I think Russell Williams is he in the latter part of his career.
Nah, he's still in his prime, I think.
He's still
But
prime.
the
Still
Bears,
prime.
the Bear. If you look at the package that the Bears sent them, they literally sent the whole fucking house at Seattle, and they said no. Like, we're not trading them. Like, no. Like, there was draft picks, defensive players, anything, everything they was asking for. The Bears offered it, and they said no.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't want to trade him, and I think
I just feel like Seattle invested too much. That's why they didn't want to trade him.
they did, but I just think it's capped that he may have never asked to be traded because he said I never requested a trade. Yeah, well, you gotta listen. You never requested a trade.
Semantics.
However, you told your agent a list of 4 teams that you would be traded to, and then when that came out, you never not once came out and said my agent is lying. And we all know agents don't lie on the behalf of their players. When they say something like, "Oh, these are the list of teams my client will go to," your agent, that is strictly from your mouth. So he may not have requested to be traded, but I think what he did or what he wanted to do was put pressure on Seattle, and it worked. You know, like whatever he wanted to do, it worked. So now it's easy to come out and say, "Oh yeah, I never requested a trade. I just made them niggas like I just told them what to do and they did it." Like that's basically what he said.
But you know what? No matter how it got done, whoever's lying, whoever's telling the truth, the deal got done. Compared to the Packers and Rodgers, how that's being sorted, like.
Yep, and that's just and honestly, that's the perfect example of communication and miscommunication. You know what Mr. Wilson said? He said, "Hey, yeah, there was some rumors, there was some some here and there's, and what happened was I went and talked to Pete Carroll, and I went and talked whatever the owner is. I forget the owner of the Seahawks, but he said he went and talked to him too. They all sat down, they had hours long conversation, communication. Aaron Rodgers and GreenBay, and they're not trying to do what's his name, Gutekunst and Mike LaFleur. They're not doing that over there. They're not having conversation. Now they're trying to, but guess what? It's too late. He ain't answering the phone no more. You should have been calling before you did that.
Yeah. Well, GreenBay seems like they don't like their athletes to become bigger than the team.
That's what it is.
Once like Aaron Rodgers is bigger than that team. Like he is Green Bay. Like, you know what I mean? Brett Favre was Green Bay. Like, you're not Brett Starr. Like, you're not thinking about none of these dudes without thinking about that face, that dude. And it don't seem like when it gets to that point, they don't treat their players the way they should.
It's okay. So imagine being Aaron Rodgers when you feeling like you've been top 3 quarterbacks your entire career. Every year you was healthy.
Hold on, but that's not Aaron Rodgers' fault. That's Green Bay's fault.
I'm saying, I'm saying, like, imagine being him and you and your inside feeling like you've been top 3, yet the organization won't put you on that level. But then you looking at Tom Brady, who the organization do whatever he say. Tom Brady say do this and it's done. And if you feeling like you are that level of player that when you snap, things should happen, and it's not happening that way, yeah, you finna start being like, hey, look, check this out, bro. I'm not happy.
Okay. So I don't
because when you give the quarterback that much power, then that means they literally are bigger than the team.
But
certain
guys should get that much power though. Aaron Rodgers deserves that much power. He's that type.
I don't think it's
really?
so much. I don't think it's so much of.
Yes. What?
Bro, the thing with Aaron Rodgers, and I feel
not that much. Don't get me wrong.
Wait a minute. Aaron Rodgers has been the best quarterback in the entire league until the moment Patrick Mahomes came in.
Wait, no.
Yes, he may not. So look. Yes. I'm not talking accolades. I'm not
saying that. I'm not saying at the. Okay, let me rephrase it.
Hear me out. Then I'll let you go. I'm not talking accolades. I'm not talking leadership. I'm not talking wins. I'm not talking Super Bowls. I'm talking NFL quarterback talent. Arm.
Okay. I agree with you. Consistency.
He has been the best quarterback since he's entered the league and got the starting position until the moment that Patrick Mahomes showed what he can do. Now, has Tom Brady been a better leader? Has Drew Brees been a better passer? Has Peyton Manning put up better yards? Yes. None of them has Aaron Rodgers' talent. None of them.
Fuck you, baby.
Who? Yeah, it's just facts. That's just what it is. And for for Green Bay organization to treat Aaron Rodgers like he's just another guy, shame on them. Shame on them. They should have lost him a long time ago. To be honest, you don't. That's like we're gonna use an analogy that men can relate to. That's like getting Rihanna, and just when you get her, you just treat her like she just average. You don't treat Rihanna like she's average. You make sure you do what you can to keep Rihanna happy. Period. But now McQueen looking at me like, you don't say Rihanna, you say me. But y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. You don't treat Rihanna like she's average. You treat her like she's the best thing you ever had, and I'm gonna make sure you happy. Period. And that's what Green Bay should have been doing with Aaron Rodgers.
The only reason why I was arguing that fact is because if Aaron Rodgers has been consistent for his entire career, just off of what he's done alone, and he's had really little to no say, or whatever the case is, maybe Green Bay has done more for him on that case. Why can't they leave it the way it is? Now, hypothetically, DJ, let's say they give complete control to Rodgers, whatever he wants. Like, hey, I want this person. They're going to make me better, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work that season. What's going to happen? The public is going to look at Green Bay as, you fucked up. When technically it wasn't. It was Rodgers.
Regardless. So listen.
I just say there's a certain control, because at that point, if you give him all the control, like you say, then yes, like Khalil said earlier, he'll be bigger than Green Bay, the team itself.
Realistically, that ship has sailed because you can't give it to him now. You can't give somebody who holds that type of grudge that much power. You can't give it to him now. It's over for that. But they should have given him that type of power before. And the reason I say that, because even if it goes wrong for Green Bay, at least they can look in the mirror and say, hey, we did before you ship him out and before you bring Jordan Love in, at least you can look in the mirror and say, hey, we did everything he asked us to do. It just didn't work. If you ship him out right now, you're going to look in the mirror and say, we didn't do everything we can do to keep him happy. We didn't do.
They just signed another QB this week. So maybe they're getting ready.
Yeah, right. Maybe they finna trade him, but you have to trade him now because he's just not happy. And I don't know, we don't know him personally, but from what everybody say about Aaron Rodgers, the man holds a grudge longer than any person. So he's not just gonna give up on this situation. So you gotta just get rid of him and get what you can for him now. And right now, his value's super high. You can go get 4 first-rounders for Aaron Rodgers right now. Why play with it?
All right.
I don't know about 4, maybe 3.
Maybe 3. Maybe, I'm saying, maybe not 4, but hell, if you a GM, you could start at 4. You could say my starting point is 4 and let's negotiate.
Chris Paul going crazy.
Yeah. Hey, man, kudos to Chris Paul. I hope he don't get hurt next round. That man better go pray to the guys he don't get hurt.
Yeah, dude. Hats off, man. Shit. That nigga Chris Paul going crazy.
Yeah.
I just saw on Twitter earlier, he already passed Isaiah Thomas for 13th on all-time assist.
In the playoffs?
No. I'm thinking ever. They don't specifically say in playoffs, so I'm just thinking overall career.
Got you. Yeah, hey, man, Chris Paul is doing wonders for his legacy. I know we just switched topics like that real quick, but Chris Paul is doing wonder for his legacy right now with each and every win. Especially if he get to the Western Conference Finals, which he's about to. But if he gets to the finals, top 3 after Curry, Magic, Chris Paul. That's what we're gonna have to change the conversation to.
Yeah, easily.
I mean,
I think the conversation is already that to me. But I think it's
a lot of weirdos. I see a lot of weirdos with John Stockton over Chris Paul. Like, come on, man, stop it. Stop the cap. Nah. A lot of people got Chris Paul 5th. A lot of people got Chris Paul 5th.
Well, Isaiah Thomas better than him too.
He got 2 rings.
I
could see this
because
Isaiah.
Isaiah's still up there. He definitely top 5.
So I will. If you're gonna tell me Isaiah Thomas over Chris Paul, I won't argue.
I can't argue
that.
Okay,
because he won rings in the toughest era, and with all these niggas in their prime, and Isaiah Thomas got 2 rings out of that.
Okay, so let me just ask this: is everybody putting Stockton in their top 5 at least? Can we agree on that?
He could be
What
fifth.
point
Yeah.
guards?
Yeah.
I'm taking
Fifth.
fifth.
Yeah.
5th? Okay.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I'm putting him in my top 5. I don't know about putting him in 5th, but I'll put it like this. The one thing I'm going to give Stockton that I always give a lot, he stayed with one team. He made it work.
Yes.
Jazz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't do like a lot of these other point guards and ran around
Okay, but
and tried to make it work.
Let me ask you a question. So with that being said, right, and Skins, you're going to appreciate this because you come from 90s basketball. Who do you have then? So the conversation becomes Jason Kidd or John Stockton because John Stockton, Jason
in the
Kidd
90s, in the
Jason,
90s, in the 90s, John Stockton. In the early 2000s, Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd.
Okay, but I'm
90s.
saying
We talking about
no. I'm not saying 90s.
Let's say 95 when Jason Kidd come in to 2000.
Okay, listen.
John
Who are
Stockton.
You? Which
John
one of them?
Stockton.
If somebody had a gun to your head, which one of them are you putting fifth?
John Stockton.
That's crazy.
Nah, I would take Jason Kidd because Jason Kidd can do more and he affects the game way more.
Like, all right, I was there for Stockton.
I'm thinking IQ. I'm thinking IQ with Stockton. I put him above.
And Jason Kidd IQ is right there.
He's there, but he's not.
You know why I give it to Stockton? Because this is a white boy playing with other white boys and one black dude that is nice. John Stockton is playing with Jeff Hornacek and Greg Ostertag.
I mean,
oh my God.
And he making it work. You can't listen. You can't tell me about Jason Kidd and John Stockton. It don't compare.
I get what you're saying. He had to face more adversity as far as toughness. Like he had to prove he could play.
And at that was the assist king. John Stockton, look at his stats. The assist king.
He is, but we're not gonna act like Jason Kidd not a great assistant.
No. I'm gonna put it like this: when John Stockton was going at it with the Bulls, nobody was talking about Jason Kidd.
Cool.
One at a time.
Jason Kidd was a triple double.
Nobody was talking about Jason Kidd. After his rookie year, nobody was talking about Jason Kidd until he got on the net.
Slept on him.
That's what I'm gonna say.
No, I would even go back to say even when he was with the Suns, he got a little heat.
A little, but it wasn't nothing spectacular. Like I said, I'm gonna always give it to the point guard that stayed with one team.
Yeah. So okay.
Bro, we gotta stop doing that. Just because you stay with one team,
we don't have to stop doing that. You know why? Because that shows me you made it work with that one team. We don't have to stop doing that. That's why Jordan will always be over LeBron.
Hold on. That is so. That's why I can appreciate this podcast because all four of us have different criteria and come from different eras. Yeah. I'm with Skins on that era there. If you stay with one team,
go get it. If you try to win, you're gonna go. No, that's fine. Win.
Here's the thing,
Khalil, I get you, Khalil.
That's sucker shit, boy.
Like why am I gonna sit here?
Let me go find a team I can go win with.
Like I don't get that.
Hold on, but listen. All right, look.
So KD stayed in OKC. He gave them 8 years, and they couldn't go to the fucking hump. Like,
and then listen, that Khalil. But not only that, these players see that. Okay, they have an example of what 20 years from now look like. Charles Barkley, he don't got a ring and get killed and clowned for it all the time. So they see the other side. So if you a player in today's game, yeah, you want to be loyal.
I will agree with you.
Let me talk.
You're either really great or you really whack.
Let me talk real quick. Just let me finish.
It ain't no in between.
Yes, it is an in between because I do want to be loyal. But at the same, if I'm with a team for 9 years and they want to be cheap and not go into the luxury tax and give me help, I'm not finna stay here and just let my legacy go into the shit. Like, what do you want me to do? And I see that 20 years from now, the only thing that really matters is do you have a ring or don't you? So, because we have an example. Charles Barkley is an example.
Listen,
that's not excuses, bro.
Yes, it is because Dikembe Mutombo, he had who? When Houston won those 2 rings, I mean not Mutombo, I mean Elijah Wan. He had who?
Oh,
He didn't have Charles Barkley.
what was it? Barkley? What was it?
He
Kenny
had
Smith?
help, but he didn't have.
No. You just said Barkley ain't had no fucking help.
He did. Barkley wasn't on that team.
Oh no, he
That's why
wasn't.
Barkley
No.
got a ring.
No, it was no. I'm Barkley. Now you get me confused. It was Elijah Wan. It was Kenny Smith. It was Ori.
Clyde Drexler.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm saying the players in today's game have somebody to look at and see what it looks like when you don't chase the ring. Charles Barkley chased it too late. He was late. He was too late. He was old and washed.
No, I'm giving you a prime example. You see that team right there that had just called off the Rockets. Now you got that. You got 94 and 90. You got no. We got 94 and 95. There's no Jordan. There's no Bulls. No super team Bulls. So you have all the reason in the world to dominate. And who dominated? Elijah Wan.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what solidified Barkley as a fucking bum.
Oh, so you trying to say Barkley ain't that?
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
No, he is. No, cap, nigga. Look,
okay.
Charles Barkley, Jerry
Cap.
Stackhouse,
Cap,
the same nigga.
That's Cap.
Yes. And I'm doing that. You know why? Because Charles Barkley a big ass cool.
Bro, you're not doing that.
So guess what? Jerry Stackhouse,
that,
Charles Barkley, the same nigga.
I just want to apologize to our fans. Hey, check this out. The thoughts of
Hey, Devin Booker doing way more than Charles Barkley ever did on the Sun.
Personal bias out of it. We just talking.
All right, hold on, because I want
Devin Booker smoking Barkley pack right now on the Suns.
So the memorable names from the Rockets:
Barkley was in the finals.
Clyde Drexler, Robert Horry, Vernon Maxwell, Hakeem, Kenny Smith.
I do. He hit the kiss of death shot.
Niggas barely remember Sam Cassell. Like
that's a squad.
But even still,
he went against
my whole point with that was I could understand why players in today's game are leaving their organizations and saying, "Look, I'm not about to stick with one organization if they're not going to help me get a ring."
That's because somebody had to set the precedent. Before, listen, think about. We just talked about our era where you stuck with a team that made it work. All that team jumping wasn't a thing.
But can I tell you why?
You team jumping with your buddies. You jumping with your buddies all season. Like, hey, where are you going next season? Or did you resign?
One thing y'all not mentioning though, Skin, I understand what you're saying. In the 90s, they didn't do that. But in the 90s, they did not have something to look at to say what 20 years from now is if you're a great player. I guarantee you and first of all, let's not get it twisted. Those old school dudes chase rings too. Karl Malone chased the ring. Gary Payton chased the ring. Charles Barkley.
What you mean by that when you say chase the ring?
I mean,
Karl Malone did chase it a little bit afterwards.
They didn't stick with the team that they was drafted by, and they wanted to go win a ring, so they went to a super team to try to get a ring. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but all right, let's say
Payton went to the Lakers.
All right. Let's say that's in the infancy where they concocting this team, these teams where they think they could do something, but you're just putting a bunch of good players on a team thinking that they're going to be cohesive with each other.
Okay,
so let's say the infancy of super teams didn't work out. So, like you said,
how you feel about Kyrie? Kyrie, your favorite player. You standing this nigga. He's doing exactly what you should have. Exactly what you shitting on. Kyrie is doing.
Kyrie's doing what?
And all I'm saying is I'm not giving an organization.
He's running around teams. That's what he's saying. So is LeBron.
Yes.
So is every player in the league, right? That's the name of the game right now. Listen.
One word else, Stephen Curry.
Listen.
Thank you. Don't bunch him with them bums.
Okay, with the asterisk of the light-skinned Curry, right? So, yes, but that's all I'm going to say is that is the name of the game right now in the league. is you
And-
run to the best team that you think you have a good
Why you
chance
hate
with.
on it?
Man, I'm
How
trying
could
to
you
get
hate
you.
on
All
it?
right, hold on. One at a
I'm
time.
trying
one
to
at a
get you
time,
to
one at a time.
understand why and why we can't knock them for it. I'm not finna. Why would I sit with
I'm
one
always
team?
knocking y'all for that.
Why? Why don't you knock the
Why?
organization?
You know why? Because it takes the entertainment out of basketball. When you
Okay,
make
so
a
why don't-
listen,
Yeah.
when you make
So you
listen.
think,
Let me finish. When you make a super team,
That's what more excited.
When you
more
you
make
think
excited
these
than ever
players
been right now.
work off every offseason to give these?
All
To
right,
you
hold
think
on.
these players?
Hold on. Let's get hold on, DJ. Let's get control. Skins, go ahead and speak your piece, and then DJ,
All
you
right.
go ahead.
you remember the Bulls? You remember the '96 Bulls? All right, when the
Yes.
Bulls won, right? The next year, who was already automatic favorites for the title?
Sure, the Bulls.
Right. So you already knew in your head what you was expecting the next season. You was expecting the Bulls to go on this miraculous run, which they did, and make the playoffs to win the championship again, and they did. So
The two
so
three-peats.
it got to the point where it got so monotonous. You already knew what was going to happen in the postseason, and this is where now you have
how's that
teams
exciting?
going at great lengths to either break up the super team or do things to hinder the super team from performing.
Okay, so you saying
go
that you
ahead.
knocked the player for nowadays for chasing the ring.
No,
I'm
I
saying-
knocked. I put it like this: I knocked the league for allowing super teams to happen to the point where
Okay,
now
I mean, I'm not mad at you
you
for that.
only really have 4 teams to focus on because
I'm not mad at
all the
I'm
other
not mad at
teams
that.
is shit as far as the roster. You look at the roster, you be
Okay.
like, oh, they
I'm
don't
not mad at-
compare
I'm not-
to the Nets or the Sixers or you know what I'm saying or
Yeah, but at the same time, that's when you have to tell other organizations to stop being cheap. You can do it too. Go into the luxury tax. You don't want to do that.
No,
I can't help it that your owner doesn't want to spend money. Because if you
Yeah,
wanted to spend money, you would do it.
How about we not even have that battle like where you have owners battling with each other to create the best super team?
It's not about creating
Why
the
don't you
best.
just leave it like back in the 90s? It was spread out where every team had at least 1 or 2 superstars.
That's how it is today.
No, it's not.
Sometimes
No, it's not.
Nah,
No, it's not.
nah.
No,
What
it's
like
team
not.
that.
don't have a
Look at all the
superstar?
rosters. Every
No,
team
it's
has
not.
What team don't have a
Right now.
superstar?
Look, they're highlighted as a superstar, but they're not a superstar.
Right, not a
And that-
superstar. You right.
You
You right.
understand what I'm saying? You could
but-
call them a superstar because they're the best player on the team, but they're not a superstar in that sense.
Then that's the same
they're
thing
doing
for the
what-
90s. Not every team in the 90s had a superstar.
Yeah, not everybody's a superstar.
No, all right.
It's only about 5
You
players in the
absolutely.
league.
I'll give you
honestly,
that.
deserve
You're
the
right.
title.
Not every team had superstars, but it was a lot more spread out as far as the equality in teams than it is now.
How was it spread out if Jordan was winning every year? I'm trying to see how was it spread out.
Because guess what? In the first 3 years, the way I looked at it, Jordan captivated that. Like if you look at his team, look at who is on his team. He got Pippen.
All right, real quick. I mean, we still.
That's
Oh,
it.
so now Pippen. So now
Real quick,
Pippen-
Everybody
are we
else
still-
is
My
great
concept.
supporting cast. Like think, let's go before the Bulls. Let's go to Detroit Pistons. You got Isaiah Thomas. You got fucking Dennis Rodman, and you got the white boy. That wasn't a super team. And even before that, you had the Lakers, another super team. You had the Celtics, another
You
super
missing the
team.
label of super team though. If you draft homegrown and they just happen to be great, that's not a super team. In my opinion.
No, you're right. But if you're drafting certain players to group them together, and now no other team has the same group of players to compete with you. What is that?
That means you draft better than everybody. That's what that means.
Okay. We could also say yes, you draft better, but you also have the favor in hand. So now it's unequal, and now you it's just dominance.
If I draft players that you had an opportunity to draft and they come out to be great, that's not my fault. You can't say, "Oh, you got a super team." You could have had this super team. You didn't. You don't have good scouts. But let's get back. Let's stay on topic. My whole point of that was I'm not mad at players who chase rings in today's era, and not even chase rings. Let's not call it chase rings. I'm not mad if a player give 8 to 10 years to one organization and then wakes up one day and say, you know what? I'm Damian Lillard. I am tired of giving Portland. I'm tired of working every hard all offseason just for them to give me players like Robert Covington. I'm cool. I'm about to go somewhere where they're going to appreciate me and they're going to give me another star player to play with, and we're going to go get this ring. I'm not mad if you're ready to leave after 8 years to do that, bro. That's a long time to give an organization to get their shit right. And if they can't get it right after 8 years, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm not gonna be the butt of jokes 20 years from now. Because check this out. Damian Lillard want to sit at that table with CP3 and Steph Curry and Russell Westbrook 20 years from now. They all want to sit at the table of who was the greatest guards of this era. And you know what it's gonna come down to? All right, y'all all was great. Who got the hardware? Damian Lillard not trying to be one of the ones that can't step up to the table and say he got the hardware. Because y'all got the individual stats. Go get the ring. And I'm not mad if a player want to put that pressure on an organization. And if they fold under pressure, that's on them. That's on the organization.
All right. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. So one thing I want to talk about, because I think DJ, you were the one that was for it. Want to jump in kind of to the boxing world. Noticed a trend past couple of days, especially yesterday, I believe it was. Did you guys even remember or even care Lamar Odom had a celebrity boxing match? So
yeah, he won. I ain't gonna say he got right, but
even though he took like 11 headshots before he knocked him out.
So I wanted to give props first to Claressa Shields. Facts. I brought her up before on the podcast. Yeah. Girl's a beast. She doesn't get enough respect. She don't get the respect, but she gonna get up there. And y'all just gonna be late on the bandwagon.
If you want in my opinion, and I'm not talking about from a defensive aspect. I'm just talking about from just as far as talent. That's a female Floyd Mayweather.
I agree. The reason why I bring all that up is because I noticed a trend where you have someone as credible as Claressa, but then you have these celebrity boxing. Like fucking Peter Guns was in a boxing match. My dudes. Now we have fucking
I was about to say, wasn't it just a
YouTube
versus TikTok?
stars. And so I remember I saw this, and I remember a couple of weeks back. Yeah,
Cisco hit the ref. I saw that.
And I remember a while back we were talking about, does this mess up the sport of boxing? And I think DJ, correct me if I'm wrong, to clarify, you kind of mentioned like if it was like celebrity, that's okay, but I don't know. I'm just seeing a trend of just people just jumping in the ring, just
it's
doing
funny
nothing,
you say
man.
that.
But it's taken away from Claressa, who did her MMA debut, whooped that girl's ass, and we don't hear nothing about her. But I gotta see my timeline filled with Lamar Odom and fucking Peter Guns with his shorts halfway to his ass.
Dude,
like
who fought somebody.
Yeah.
By the way, he's a pretty good rapper. I'm becoming a fan slowly but surely. Dude got bars. But it's like you hear one good song, you be like, damn, this nigga can rap. And you hear another good song, you be like, all right. But anyway, I gotta do a full 360 on this. I think I believe I said it wasn't bad for boxing. This is bad for boxing. Like they're making a mockery of boxing now. Like Anybody is just
That's what I'm
stepping into
saying.
the ring, and if they are gonna do that, I think it can't be this publicized. It can't be this popular because now you are taking a light off of real boxers. You're taking a light off of real fighters, and you're putting it on people who don't do this for a living. Now, like you feel sorry for the people who really do this for a living, like the people who not gonna be able to pay their bills if they don't do this. Like you feel bad for them because now the light is taken off of what they doing. You know what I'm saying? And you just putting them YouTubers versus TikTokers. Like that's crazy.
Nah,
But it had traction.
Now they just gonna be in some dank, dark basement getting paid to bid knuckle box instead of being on. And they might make somewhere near that. You know, it's just that it won't be televised.
Right. Yeah, no, boxing.
Yeah.
I think boxing has to do something. But what could they do? Like, what could be a solution? Like, they can't say if you're not a sanctioned fighter, you can't fight.
I mean, to me, there's no solution, and I want to say, thanks to the pandemic, it's kind of messed up sports. To me, it messed up sports as a whole because now you have a lot of people with, you know what I'm saying, free time or basically nothing else to do. So they get involved in these certain things like celebrity boxing. Look, there's a whole celebrity basketball league right now.
Right.
I think I watch it on Revolt TV if I'm not mistaken. There's like you have artists that
that's just funny,
they
though.
pick their own 5 basketball.
Oh, yeah, I seen that on YouTube.
I've been seeing that more.
Chris Brown versus Jason Derulo.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I've been seeing that way more often. And I just come to the conclusion that you have a lot of people with now, because of the pandemic, they have a lot of extra time where they find other things to do.
Valid.
And sports, celebrity sports might be one of them.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, it's boxing got to do something though. I think it won't hurt no other sport as much as it could possibly hurt boxing because basketball gonna be all right with or without.
Yeah. See, the problem is as long as there's apps like Triller, and you got these different like
I was gonna say Triller,
leagues where they're willing to put up the money if they get their money back. You're gonna always have these type of events.
And because of today's consumer, they're gonna always get their money back.
Yeah, sometimes 3-4 times over, and that's why they keep doing it.
Right. Yeah. No, that's a good topic though.
Like,
all right. Well, that's all I.
Just real quick. I heard Logan Paul made like $6 million off the pay-per-view. Not what he got paid. I'm just talking about pay-per-view sales.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Floyd got a crazy number.
Okay. Floyd got 25 million.
Oh.
What Floyd say? I'm the biggest bank thief in the world.
Hey. You can't get mad at him when he's telling you the truth. It's not like he's lying.
You gotta love it. Love it. But that was a good episode, fellas.
I'm good. I'm good on my topics. Y'all got anything
that was
else?
Nice. You know what I'm saying? Light and sweet.
Shout out.
Light and sweet.
Well, never mind. We're gonna do a round table, round thing before we go. I'll give my last little shit.
Well, go ahead and start that round table.
Hey, man, shout out to my boy. He ain't my boy personally. I don't know him, but he going to be my boy when he my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trey Lance.
Now it's shout out to Trey Lance. When I tried to tell you about Trey Lance, you was like, oh, no, why they picked
Justin Fields. Hey, I was a Justin Fields guy.
Backpedal.
I was a Justin Fields guy, but now that he on my team, shout out to Trey Lance.
Don't come try to jump on the ship now.
The Niners, baby. I'm always on the ship. AKA Trey area. You know what I'm saying? We about,
Trey,
wow.
Hey, I can't wait for football season, bro. I'm definitely going to open the game week 3 for the 49ers. Hey, check this out. I'm in there. I'm going to have some content for us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get right.
All right. Khalil?
So I ain't really got too much to add. Hey, man, sound kiss.
Skids, you got
Him
anything,
and
man?
Rory at Kith at the same time buying hats.
Wow.
Hey man, shout out to Rory and Maul on their episode.
Shout out to Rory and Moore dropping their first episode saying fuck Joe Budden.
They back.
Hey, I see that they're number one on the podcast charts too.
Nah.
They're number one. Go check.
I can see Joe Budden saying yeah, that's in a different dimension. That's not on this. That's not in this dimension right here.
Hey man, but Joe didn't come with no hate. He was happy for him. And he said he was happy.
He can't come with no hate. I'm a fan of Joe, but I will flame him if he even come with some hate. You know why he can't come with no hate? Because he is mid right now, and he know they shit ain't that.
No, Joe.
So why would you hate on something that's mid?
Mid.
Hey, that was mid. I ain't gonna lie. It was refreshing to hear them podding, but it was like, y'all missing.
I've always thought. Don't get me wrong. I've always thought that Maul didn't really have much of a personality. He just talk about certain things, but he doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying? I think Rory has it way more. You know what I'm saying? Just because he kind of feeds off of Joe. You know what I'm saying? So he know how to be toxic right along with Joe. Maul would look at them and be like, "All right, I'm not feeding into none of that bullshit. Y'all long."
Do y'all think they're going to get a third mic, or is it just going to be those two?
I think
the third mic will be guests.
And I was going to say it's either going to be guests, or I think they're going to look for a female and try to just switch it up.
Yeah, but at the end they said that they weren't going to be a guest-heavy podcast, so I don't know what they're going to do. I think they're still trying to figure it out. They got to take probably.
I tell you what,
to get what the feedback is.
Whatever they want or need, they're gonna get it. They have a machine behind them with that KD, Kevin Durant.
Oh
yeah.
Moneybag.
Right. So whatever.
Moneybag KD. Hey, you I hope by next week I ain't smoking KD pack. That's all I gotta say.
You got really hate. You gonna take his girl and his best friends?
Hey,
it's nasty.
Joe Budden got to snuff KD when you see him, bro. You can't take my girl and my co-host.
What you mean snuff KD? You ain't see how a security guard giving it up? Ain't no snuffing KD. You're not even getting close to KD.
You gotta get by the bodyguard.
No got a security guard too. Send Big Swole like Kevin Durant security guard, and you attack Kevin Durant.
Oh, you think?
Hey,
I mean, what's his name? Heist.
They got two different types. They got two different types of security guards.
Nah, he got Heist and Deal. That's his security guard.
That's different.
Right.
Different bracket. Hey, my last thing I gotta say. Hey, that nigga James Harden, sucker. If he really cashed out Saweetie, $10,000.
5 more minutes.
All right, 5 more minutes.
Kevin Durant went on a date with Lena Rhodes and then brought a second girl just in case that date. We know who Lena Rhodes is. I've seen a lot of her work.
How you go on a date with the Grand Canyon?
Lena Rhodes is very talented at what she do.
That's the Grand Canyon. That's the Grand Canyon.
She a beast.
Ain't no walls left.
I want to hike the Grand Canyon.
All I'm gonna say is, ever since Kevin Durant went on that date with her, he's 0-2. Did she suck the life out of my guy? That's all I'm saying.
Nah, I want to say that he did it. He didn't even get none. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
But so apparently James Harden is cash apping $100,000 to Saweetie just for a date. That was to ask, can I go on a date? That's
lame.
Can I take you out? And then I'm gonna give you
This is a whole different era.
That's lame for somebody like me and you. That ain't lame for James Harden.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's super lame.
Way worse. That's way worse. Yeah.
You just paid a salary.
That's worse.
Yeah.
I'm on a date with you, nigga. Fuck out of here.
No.
It's a salary. You
when
just
you
get
James Harden. You're not paying for the date. You paying for the convenience.
Wow.
I don't want to have to do all this. I don't want to have to get in touch with your people. Look, check this out.
$100K.
Take this $100,000.
100K.
Bro, what is 100K to James Harden?
It don't matter. No, it's not about what it is to me. It's what it is to the public.
You said what?
Listen,
I'm about to say, you think he walking in the Nets locker room with his head held up high?
Absolutely.
Niggas is flaming him.
Okay. All right, listen. There's only 2 people on that team who can flame him for doing that. 2. Who else getting money like him? All right, Blake can flame him. Blake just bought out. Blake
the whole team could flame him. DeAndre Jordan could sit there and flame that nigga.
No. If you are Mike James.
You out here giving bitches 100K?
Man, if you making 100K on the team, you can't talk to me. You can't talk to me. If your check is only 100K, I can do that.
Listen,
you know
all I'm saying is, if you giving Saweetie 100K, how much you gonna give Halle Berry?
Less than 100K. I'm not taking Halle Berry.
All right. No one's saying
episode is over.
I'm going off the ledge.
This is done.
Nope.
Yes. We're done.
That's how y'all think. You think James Harden give a hoot about Halle Berry? No.
Yes.
No. His Halle Berry is
Knee
That's
along.
Halle Berry.
Knee along.
Oh.
Knee along.
Y'all name players, bro. To these players, them is all washed. Y'all naming washed athletes to these players. You naming the players that his idols went through. What he want with Nia Long if Jordan had her? I'm not saying Jordan had her. I'm just saying his idols. That was the era, they era. What I want with a Nia Long?
Yeah, why he can't? Like he don't even hang with them niggas. He don't give a fuck about them.
They all tripping. All
right.
James Harden was a little baby
and shit. Man, find me Lana Rose. That's what these dudes talk about.
Yo, I swear, I'm so glad I'm not from this era.
The whole league is Eskimo brothers.
Like, tricking is a thing. Tricking is a thing. Tricking is a thing.
I'm from the Bay Area.
I come from Skipping. I come from fucking
Bay Area. You don't trick. However, if I had James Harden money, you call it tricking. I call it convenience.
I could have had James Harden money. I'm not giving that bitch $1. Hard dick, bubble gum, nice hotel room. Get the fuck out.
Listen, but no, you gotta listen. What you just say? You not giving her $1, and guess who ain't gonna get her?
You, nigga, because I'm gonna get her again. She gonna come every time. You must have not heard about the 90s.
Anyway,
they were doing our aunts and our mothers filthy, my nigga. I'm telling you, they was doing them filthy.
Like Saweetie.
Ask your aunt, nigga. They were doing them filthy.
We gonna leave it. We gonna leave it.
Girls like Saweetie ain't talking without a 50K deposit. So James Harden just
that's what social media got the game fucked up. Talking about that's my type. You don't even know your type, bitch.
We in a crazy era.
Hey,
we gonna leave it. This is Talkyo-ish.
HK Skins does not represent everybody.
This is Talkyo-ish, episode 12. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week. Until then, Skins, give us the outro, fam. Let's go.
Pimping on these. Nah, just another episode of Talkyourish podcast. And once again, the first commenter to talk about a topic we talked about on this episode, I will cash out you
in detail, because
I will be looking too. So the first commenter to talk about a topic on this episode, I will cash app you 20 cash. True shit,
first two,
real facts. Another episode in the books.
I said 10.
We out of here.